everyone, welcome back to Crafting in Whimsy Wonderland. My name is Stacy. I have a couple of Easter ideas that I want to do, but I'm going to start with first painting my carrots. This is a package of the Color Your Own ornaments from the Dollar Tree. There's 5 in this pack. And I want these to be buffalo checked orange painted. So in this video I'm going to show you how to do this, and then in another video I'll show you what I do with them after they're painted. So let me get everything prepped and opened up and I'll be right back. The first thing I need to do is mask off the green area, and I'm going to be using washi tape to do this. I am choosing to use washi tape at this time because I don't want to mask off with this great big tape. I want to have small little checker squares, so I'm going to be using washi tape because I have several different sizes of that. And it doesn't really matter what kind of tape I use right now because I'm just masking off the greenery so I can get the greenery painted. And then once the greenery is painted and dried, I'll put the masking tape on the green side, and then I can just continue on with the rest of the painting. Now, sometimes washi tape can get way too sticky and it will try to peel off the paint when you're doing the buffalo check pattern. So I have learned the hard way that the best way to use washi tape for painting buffalo check is to stick it like to your pant leg or to an apron or something to take a little bit of the adhesive off, because when you're doing the buffalo check you are peeling tape off the entire time. Okay, so this is just apple barrel from Walmart. It's Kelly green. I might dry brush it with another color later, but for right now I just want to get a coat on here. And I honestly don't really even care if it colors, if it paints on solid. I just want a nice greenery, carrot topper. So I'm just going to make sure all of my brush strokes go off in the same direction. That way I can get away with just one coat. And if it's streaked, it's okay. You could pour this paint out into your palette, but I have a bad habit of pouring out too much and then I can't get it all back in and I waste too much paint that way. So if I have a brush, if it's a small job, I'm just going to use it right out of the bottle. That's just me. You do what works best for you. I'm liking this Kelly green color on this kind of yellowy colored wood. It is turning it a nice color of carrot top. Now I'm going to let these dry, and I will come back and show you how I start the buffalo check pattern here in a little bit. But I need to have this green paint be 100% completely dry first. So I'll be back. Alright, so the green has had time to dry, and what I did is I took that same tape that I had masked off with, took it off, used the same piece, and put it up over the green, and I left just a hairline of green showing below the tape, and I'm making sure that that's pressed down really, really well. And the reason I did that is because I don't want it to be super sticky and have a chance of peeling off the tape, because it's going to be on there for just a little bit. Now the next thing I need to do is base coat my carrots, and I am going to be doing these in buffalo check with orange and white. So I'm going to start with base coating the carrots in white paint. And for that I am going to be using Waverly's chalk paint in white. And I'm just going to dip right into the bottle. You know, guys know me by now. And I'm just going to get a good coat. I'm not worrying too much about the edges because I intend to kind of scuff sand those off anyway. So, and with these laser cut pieces from the Dollar Tree, they've got like a dark brown burn scar on them anyway, so I like that. It get a little messy with this one. Hold of it. So I am just going to take my wet wipe and wipe that paint off of the brown edge so that I can keep that brown edge showing. these 5 carrots, the base coat needs to dry, and then I'll come back and show you the next step I'm going to do. Now that the white paint has dried, I need to take my, I'm going to use washi tape. You can use any kind of painter's tape that you want to use. I'm using washi because I have it on hand, and this is just about it's about 3/8 inches wide, not quite. And what I do is I take it down to my pant leg and I just take off a little bit of that sticky, because I want it to stick to the carrots, but I don't want it to I don't want it to stick so much to the paint that it takes the paint off. So I'm putting on first of all, my little spacer piece, and that's going to line up right up against, sorry, I have to go off camera for a second. My spacer piece is going to line right up against my masking tape that's masking off the green. And then my next piece goes right up against that. Then I pull off my spacer piece and I move it down to the other side of that tape. Touch it to my pant leg so it's not too sticky. That just puts a little bit of fuzz in there, and push that down, take up the spacer, and you're going to do this all the way down all 5 carrots. Okay, spacer piece, masking piece, spacer piece, masking piece, all the way down. You're making stripes that will get painted. I checked on buying some painter's tape that was skinny, but it was pretty pricey, and I had all of this washi tape. I bought a ton of washi tape, and then I didn't end up using it for the project I bought it for. I was making journals, and I just didn't end up using it like I thought I would. So now I've got this big basket of washi tape, and it needs to get used up. Okay. Pay attention, even though it just looks like itty bitty teeny weeny, if you don't put that last little piece of tape on that tip of the carrot, it's going to throw off the look of your piece. So don't think just because it's so tiny that it doesn't need to be masked, because it does. Okay, then I'm going to push down each piece, make sure it's good and firm. Not going to wrap this to the back because I will be peeling it off after I paint it. So I'm going to go ahead and tape the rest of these, and I'll be right back. So now that I have all 5 carrots taped horizontally, I need to paint with my lightest orange color. And I only had one color of orange on my shelf. It's not a color I use a lot, so I took and put some white chalk paint into a paint pot and mixed in some of this multi-surface outrageous orange. It's Apple Barrel. I got it at Walmart. It was part of a Americana color set that I got. And I just have these plastic pots that I've had forever, but you can get pots that are similar to this at the Dollar Tree. You can get some in the art section, and you can also get some in the travel size little bottles, you know, that you can fill for taking on a trip. So what I'm going to do is just paint each of these stripes with my light orange. Once they're all painted, this is where you carefully and slowly peel off the tape. And save these pieces of tape because you're going to put them back on for the last step. Okay. And once you get them off, you're going to have a little stripey carrot, which is also cute. I might leave a couple of them just striped like that. I don't know. We'll see. Now these need to dry before I can mask them vertically. Okay, I still have my little spacer tape piece that I had used before, and I let these dry for about 30 minutes. I warmed them up real quick with my heat gun just to get the drying process started because my craft room's a little chilly. And now I'm going to mask stripes going vertically from top to bottom. And what I want to do is I'm going to use the hole and the point as my guide to get it straight. I'm going to hold it at the hole first. I put this across my pant leg so that it won't be so sticky. Okay, so it goes to the center of the hole and the center point of the carrot. Then I'm going to put my spacer piece down and oops, do another one. Okay. There's one. I need to go back and mask all 5 of them. And I'll be back. Alright, I'm back. Now I have all 5 of my carrots masked top to bottom vertically. And I'm going to paint them with the same color I had before. Now here's where you have a couple of choices. If you could paint using the color you had before, or you can take your orange and add a little bit more to it and make it a little bit darker. I am choosing to use what I have already mixed up because I don't want to mix another color. And then my final coat or top part will be the orange full strength. So I'm just going to go ahead and take the paint that I have and paint these stripes going top to bottom. Now when you're done painting these stripes, you are not going to peel off the tape. These guys are all painted. Now this is the tricky part. You need to let it dry, but you don't want it to dry so much that everything starts to cure and you peel up all your paint because you still have one more step to do. So make sure your lid's on your paint. I'm going to take my heat gun to this and just dry it till it's not shiny anymore, and I'll be right back. Okay, so the pieces of tape that I saved that I took off from the first one are going to go back on. And you can kind of see your lines. Go ahead and get that stuck down. And I know it seems like there's a lot of steps to painting buffalo, but it's not hard. It just takes a little time, especially when you can't see your line. You can go ahead and put your spacer back in here if that helps you. Absolutely do that. Okay, but you're just going to get all of these pieces back on, and you're not taking off the strips we just put on for the last step. I'm going to go ahead and get the rest of these put on and I'll be right back. I have all 5 of my carrots taped again, and I'm going to paint the last step. So I've got this outrageous orange multi-surface I want to say Cracker Barrel, Apple Barrel, sorry, outrageous orange from Apple Barrel. It was part of their Americana color set, I think. And I'm going to paint it on full strength. Make sure that you have pushed down this last set of tapes because you don't want it to bleed under. Okay, and you're just going to go ahead and paint your carrot. Now for the best part. I know right now it looks like a mess, but you start peeling off the tape and you are done with the tape now. So this is where I have a trash can handy that I can throw it away. if I can get it off my finger. You just start peeling away the layers of masking tape, and then the magic appears. And then I also have to take the masking tape off of the green part, and voila, a very cute country gingham carrot. I need to let these dry for a good hour or so the paint is good and dry, and then they will be all done and ready to use in a craft project. There you have my gingham checked carrots for Easter, and tune in to the next video to see what I'm going to do with them. But I just wanted to do a fresh video on how to paint buffalo check, because I painted a lot and I just wanted you to see how I do it. And I've never done it with the tiny skinny little tape before, and I really liked how that turned out. So there you have it. Let me know what you think of this project in the comment section below. Please give it a thumbs up if you like it, and if you didn't like it, please give it a thumbs down. Each and every comment or like that I get helps my channel to grow. So let me know what you think about it, and if you might go see if you can find some of these for yourself. This has been Crafting at Whimsy Wonderland. Thanks for stopping by. I'll see you next time.